I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
Titans, go!
Hi. Sorry.
Oh, tell me that's the intro. You should you should definitely just leave. Hi, show.
What's up? Season 2, episode 9. The Mad Titan Podcast. If y'all don't know what it is by now, you're probably like, damn, that did not sound like what I was expecting at all. I know it didn't. I'm your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington.
And your boy, B to the C. Hey. If they've been listening, then that's probably exactly what they expected. Like, it's new people coming in going, oh, there's no energy here.
There's zero energy here. I think because my body has finally started to fight back on me. And I say that because I was going almost 60 days straight. And then my body started to slow, like, all right, bitch, you finna sit down. And I was like, huh? It was like, okay, bitch, you think it's a game? You think it's a game?
I'm telling you.
Fuck you. It was like, my body was like, nah, bitch, we've been talking to you. You won't think you're going to keep moving and just keep doing what you're doing. And so now it's been like, I just been having to sleep. Like, I've been sleeping like I'm pregnant. And I know I ain't pregnant or ain't nobody around me pregnant because I ain't had sex. So unless it's my hand, and then my hand got it, and I've been taking turmeric to keep down inflammation, which I feel like is plan B for your joints. Since you're looking at me that way.
Yeah. Hey man, we could be junior up in here. You don't know.
So it's like, because I was editing all of the one-on-one with the supervillains. I haven't had a chance to like put them up to the Patreon and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I finally got, dude, I was so tired when I was editing the videos. I labeled them all as October. And so I couldn't separate September from October. I had to watch and figure out which was which. So that was an endeavor unto itself.
Mm-hmm.
And so getting all that done, then my fucking imposter syndrome that kicked in again. For those who don't know, I suffer from it bad. Even when I'm doing a bunch of shit, I always am like, man, what the fuck? And it always takes one little thing. And what's that one little thing? Me having a day off in my schedule. That's it. And I'd be like, I'm a fucking failure. I'm a fraud. I'm not doing. It's just natural how it goes. And so it's just really me trying to get myself fully together, seasonal depression, weather, all this other different things.
Yeah, that one's coming in strong over here too.
You know, so I don't want to be all sad and whatnot. I'm gonna order a bunch of stuff from Instacart. I don't know why that's gonna make me happy.
I do that all the time. Every time I'm like, man, I feel depressed. I'm gonna get on Amazon and buy some shit I don't need.
Man, let me tell you something. I have looked in my closet the past couple of days in the apartment. I was like, you know what? That's about $2,000 total worth of shit that you probably didn't need. I got scarves. I was like, I don't need none of this, do I?
I've got a on my Under Armour cart on my app. I got like $240 worth of stuff sitting in there that I just want to press buy for that I haven't done yet. And then I got another TeePublic, another $200 worth of shirts, and I'm like, oh, I want all those.
See. Also, I'm sitting up here still ain't paid rent for the month yet, so we squandering as of right now for the month of November. So how's your life going?
I'm eating peanut butter and jelly every day because I'm buying a bunch of stuff I don't need. So
that sounds about right.
But other than that, man, I'm surviving. I'm alive. That's the positive part, right?
When you say it like that, that's the positive part. Hey.
That's what everyone's like. Hey, just keep going. Just keep going. Okay, I'm going.
I'm going to fuck somewhere. Oh my god, my contact is probably in backwards because it's irritating, or that I have not cleaned the contact case out in so long. So when I take these contacts out and put them back in my goddamn eye, yeah, we're doing this live. I don't give a shit.
I don't understand how people with contacts do that. I can't. There's no way I could touch my eye. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't freaking.
Well, I don't know if you know this beautiful thing called blindness. I can't see without these bitches. So
yeah, me too. See, look, glasses.
Yeah,
I'd rather be out here for. Oh God, Jay, ow, that hurts my eyes.
Jay, available 17th. What's your available for the week? Go ahead. You were saying. Here's the thing. You remember how this thing wrestling happened?
Yeah.
So
can't wear glasses in the ring.
Can't wear glasses in the ring. So I had to wear fucking contacts so I can see. I'm nearsighted. So my depth, like I said, when I say depth perception for me, it's like fuck. It's nigga. Fuck. Like, bro.
Speaking of wrestling, did you watch Crown Jewel?
Yes, I did.
Yo, mad respect to Logan Paul.
Hey, listen, we all knew he didn't have a shot at hell of winning, okay? Everybody knew. Let me tell you something. Unless you are a diehard Logan Paul stan, that is the only way you were like, he might be able to win.
I'm not going to lie. I was worried. I was worried they were going to do it. And I was like, please do not do this.
You really thought?
I don't know why. I just had a feeling. I was like, God, if they did this for the shock value, but that would be more of a Vince call. So I thought that would have been better. Now
Vince would have done it.
Possibly.
Yeah. In my heart, I believe, as God is my witness, I believe if Vince McMahon was still in the fucking chair, he would have made the call for Logan to take it. And just to say, what does it matter anyway? I'm going to put it back on Roman on Friday.
Exactly.
Or the fact that he didn't fuck his knee up, so he had to drop it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. Bro, number one, homie stole Austin Theory's gimmick and did it 20 times better.
Yeah, he did. And
I feel bad because I know Austin. He's a good dude. And also, he tore his ACL, his PCL, and possibly his MCL.
Yeah, he did.
Damn. Right. Real time. Logan found his calling. Like, he fits. He's perfect here.
And I think the problem is you're going to have to start seeing him more frequently. Mm-hmm. I understand using him as a special attraction, what works for that. I get the business value of it because it's like when you see him, it's amazing. But now we have to see him a little bit more frequently.
Yeah.
Not every single week or whatnot. He's got to be a little bit more frequent.
Yeah. And
also, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. This off of the remaining weekends of 22. Hold on. I'm sending the Veils to a comedy club, as I just talked about. I didn't have that on my schedule of this month. We got to remember something too. Logan Paul had the most basic match ever. All he did was a couple spots. Look, the buckshot lariat is something that takes some training to do, right? Yeah. The splash on the outside is just learn how to jump on a crash pad.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not knocking it, but it shows you can have a basic match and make it look good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, any real worker knows, hey, we can go out there and do absolutely nothing, but make it look like we did absolutely everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's exactly what he did. And so again, credit to Roman for, what he did, because he also made it look good. He was like, because he knew, like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a show. And he gave it. Did you see the photo?
Which one?
The photo with like Roman punching and Logan in the air, and it looks like a fucking Marvel picture. It looks like a superhero picture. It doesn't, bro. It don't look real, but it's real. Whatever, how there's the Ali picture with him standing over. I think it's either Sonny Liston or whatnot, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Over. How somebody called a lucky shot with the picture.
Yeah.
Look for the Logan Paul picture, bro. Him in the air. That shit is up. That picture is fucking amazing. When you see it. Let me give her.
With Logan in the air.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yes.
The one I found, someone like took the color out of the background and everything, so it's just Roman and Logan that are colored up.
You see how high Logan is in the air?
Yes. You ain't lying. That looks like a superhero picture.
But it's an actual fucking moment from them in the ring.
That's
all right. We spent too long talking. Okay, look, we can, if y'all, because it's not a lot of news to talk about, okay? I'm telling you right now, it's not a lot of Marvel DC shit to talk about this week, okay? We can stretch some shit out for y'all. I can make some theories. We can do all that. I got about 6 stories total. 6, okay? I'm going to say this also about that pay-per-view. Yes, Crown Jewel is a glorified house show. It has been. I've also been one who would consistently call it WWE Blood Money.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I just looked up the results.
Look, Triple H, most of them don't want to do this pay-per-view, but they are beholden to the Saudi Prince for that, what was it, $50 million he gave them.
Yeah, for, I think it was 10 years.
10 years, okay? 10 years. And so, what is it like? This is a year, what, 3 or 4?
Really? No, this has to be 5 or 6. They did
this is like 5 or 6. Yeah,
they
this is 5 or 6.
Greatest Rumble, couple Crown Jewels.
Yeah, this is 5 or 6. So we only got a couple more years of this.
It took 3 before they allowed a woman on the show.
Yeah, because they, and shouts out again. A lot of shit in a lot of countries is different. As we may consider backwards, they consider what we do here in the U.S. backwards, et cetera, et cetera. But for the WWE to be able to break that barrier and
that was awesome.
That was, let the women wrestle. And then, okay, look, we'll not have them wear their regular gear. We'll have them be fully clothed up. Let them wrestle. And then you start seeing the girls in the crowd. I think the best thing they ever did with the Crown Jewel was when they told them, get the royal family out the front fucking row.
Yeah.
That showed the hard cam shows. Because they were just sitting there. What is this? I don't know. Then they put kids, and the kids love it. It's like, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, for those who are new to the show, what this is, we don't talk wrestling, because that's a whole nother thing. We get caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universe. This is Barbershop Talk for Nerds. Now, wrestling conversation in the barbershop, shit that happened, okay? I know a lot of niggas right now that are talking about, you better acknowledge the tribal chief. Suck my ass. Anyway, I don't know whether it just went that way, but it is what it is. We will talk a lot. We're going to say a lot of things. You may say some things get you in your feelings. You might get upset. You might not agree with me, but I promise you, if you don't agree with me, I'm going to tell you why I said what I said, how I felt, what I felt. And if we still got a problem, that's on you and your Jesus. If you ain't got a Jesus, whoever you spiritually inclined to. If you ain't spiritually inclined to nobody, that's between you and your masturbation tool. Okay.
That was a good one. I like that one. That was a good one, bro.
Hey, man, you got to go down the line, people. Look, that's problem there. There's a problem here. It's a problem here. It's a problem here. It's a problem here. It's a problem there. It's a problem here. It's a problem here. Okay. Are we done? 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 All right. Let's kick it off with our Marvel news. Now, here's the most hilarious shit about this story. We literally had just got done recording the last episode. Literally, we're done recording. He was on his way to work. I was literally about to start editing, and the news dropped that Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is now Wonder Man. Okay? Remember how back in the day people used to be like, oh, you can't be in both studios, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Black Manta is now Wonder Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is so
Dr. Manhattan is now Wonder Man.
Dr. Manhattan is Wonder. Ladies, you are not getting Yahya with his dick out of the Marvel Plus. So you know right now. Let's just establish this. You're not going to get your dick out. All of a sudden, you got Wonder. Now, here's the thing, though. For those who aren't familiar with Wonder Man, he's an android that's an actor with an ego. He was kind of like Vision in a sense, but it kind of beckons what they're going to do. Now, right now, Wonder Man is said to possibly be a regular series, not a special presentation like they've been doing with certain ones, which I'm fine with, right?
A regular series or a limited series?
Again, as of right now, so
Yeah.
look, I like the fact that we don't know. See, here's the thing too. I like when shows just say, "Hey, this is the only season of something," because, and I say that because if you tell me this is like the first season, then I know there's a potential for a second season, and which means the story for me, I don't know. Like I know there's no conclusion for anything.
Yeah.
You know, granted, this is the MCU and everything. The conclusion is into whatever the overall arc of the MCU phases are. But Daniel Destin Cretton, who's executive producing Wonder Man, and as well as he's the director of Shang-Chi, he's going to be written by Andrew Guest. Now, Wonder Man, so he initially was a villain in Avengers 9, right? Was later retconned and became a hero. His brother is the Grim Reaper, while it was his brainwaves that were used by Ultron as the basis for the Vision. So they're going to change that, of course, because we already know how Ultron became and how Vision became. Again, Simon Williams he assembled alongside West Coast Avengers, and he becomes a successful actor and a stuntman. Okay, now people thought this was going to be Nathan Fillion, which is crazy.
That's where I thought, because I immediately when I was thinking Wonder Man, I was like, okay, so he's kind of like Marvel's Booster Gold.
Yes.
And I had no idea he was an android till you just said it. I was like, oh.
Well, I wouldn't say he's more so. Let me make sure I say it specifically for how people just go, he's not a goddamn android.
Because you know me, I don't know all.
He's not an android. Details. I'm not sorry. He's not an android. Excuse me. He is. When I say he's a mutant, he's powerful. He's powerful. I'm tired.
This motherfucker got some. He got some powers.
So he's a kid, right?
Yeah.
He's a kid. So he's a regular person, but he just happens to inherit powers. He gets transformed into an ion-powered being. What he does is, thanks to Baron Zemo and the Enchantress. Again, Zemo, Thunderbolts, things like that, okay? There's Hank Pym in his thing, all this. Remember, his body is moved around. It's a lot of stuff. That's why I say he's an android, kind of a robot thing, because of what they did for Vision and using his brain for the templates and all that. So that's why I say that. But he's again, at one point, Kang brings him back to life to fight the Avengers.
Oh.
So there's a lot of angles. What I'm saying, all let's say,
and you bring in Yaya and you go, okay, you ain't just gonna be some kind of one-off nobody,
right?
Not
so he got his powers. So I'm doing some research while I'm talking. So just a reminder, he gained his powers due to chemical and radiation treatments with ionic energy by Baron Zemo, which gave him superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, agility, and reflexes. In other words, ladies, Wonder Man fucks. All right, and don't know why that was the way I went to. All right. So, because using all of that was the template for Ultron and Vision in the comics. In the comics. So now, who's to say we're going to do this exact same origin for him? You get what I'm saying? Who's to say we're going to do Simon Williams? He wants to have these abilities. He gets tested on by Zemo. We've all been wondering, when does Zemo come back before the Thunderbolts, if he's in the Thunderbolts, but he technically should be in the Thunderbolts. So all this shit's going to play together. Again, y'all, it's early morning. It's raining here. Hey, I finally got my peaceful okay. We're going to do a Friday show.
We're taking calls.
Look,
it's interesting, especially that this comes about right around the same time that we're finding out we're getting a White Vision. And Marvel does like to take their stories there in the comics and make them work for their universe here. Do you think this could have some kind of effect on the Vision Quest show too?
I think so.
Because I don't see them going the Kang route. I mean, possibly with yeah, but I still think more of the lower level, like Vision Quest kind of shows, we would see more of this.
I think because I think that's why we're getting the announcements with all these shows.
Yeah.
I think they all connect somehow.
Because again, they have their plan and we just don't see it. And we're trying our best not to complain about it, but we have a bunch of morons that are very loud and want to complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
They're like, look,
we have the roadmap. Calm the fuck down.
We know what we're doing. Marvel doesn't know what they're doing. I saw somebody say the MCU is dead. I wanted to slap the shit out that person. I really need people to stop saying stupid asinine shit outside of their neck because you saw one thing you didn't like or two things, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But to sit there and say that arguably one of the most profitable studios in history is dead.
Yeah.
You're fucking absurd. You're a fucking idiot.
The franchise that is single-handedly keeping the movie business alive.
The franchise. Dead. Literally. All these directors, all these high-profile directors can hate as much as they fucking want. But if Marvel Studios weren't generating billions of dollars at the box office, your average movies aren't doing this.
Nope.
They're not doing this. Superhero movies in general are keeping box offices going.
There was nobody sitting at home during the pandemic going, man, I cannot wait for Don't Worry, Darling. I wish this pandemic would end so I could go see Don't Worry, Darling. No, we didn't give a fuck. We were waiting for Marvel.
Nigga.
Nigga. I can't wait for Don't Worry, Darling.
I'm just saying, bro.
That's hilarious.
Oh. But yeah, MCU's dead. Sure, fuck it, whatever.
I just don't get that stupid ass mentality.
Dude, it's been the same thing. It's been going since Guardians. All right.
And my thing is, people be like, I can't wait till it's done just so we can get regular movies. You're always going to have regular movies. Here's the thing. Regular movies were never making this type of money at the box office.
No.
There were blockbuster movies, abso-fucking-lutely. But blockbuster movies weren't destroying box office records.
Yes.
Yes. Avatar is something special. It was something different. You have those... Titanic was something different. You have those flashes, for lack of a better word, flashes in the pan.
Once every 5, 6, 7 years.
Yes, you have those.
Mm-hmm.
But on a consistent... Oh, well, what about what they've done with Phase 4? It hasn't consistently been making $1 billion at the box office. It doesn't fucking have to.
They weren't consistently in the box office either.
They've proven what they can do. Okay, well, Eternals is labeled rotten. Fine, whatever. Still made money.
Fact.
And it's still getting a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So, in general, when people start saying, you can be tired of it, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with you being tired of a certain genre. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'm tired of the Real Housewives shit. I'm tired of the Bachelor shit. But guess what? It brings in advertising dollars. It brings in viewers. So therefore, it's going to continually keep going. And I can have my feelings on it, but my feeling won't matter when the fact that the metrics that do matter are making sure these shows come back. That is how you're keeping these Real Housewives of XYZ city. Because again, the advertisers and viewers are showing they want to watch this from different perspectives. That's how you keep getting The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, Bachelorette in Paradise, all those. I'm sorry.
How many fucking spinoffs of 90 Day Fiance are there? Like, I don't get, like, this shit's just going to keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The MCU will end when Kevin Feige and Disney decide it needs to end.
Yes.
It will decide. And when you keep having A-list stars join the Marvel Cinematic Universe, those stars you want to see in other movies, when they keep going to the MCU, guess what? It will keep going.
High class actors that call comic book movies clown work, still wanting to be in them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like dude said it was clown work working on Aquaman, and then signed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then immediately everyone's like, oh, he's never gonna do one of these again, and then signs on for another superhero movie. Why? Because it is what you to do right now. It is where you want to be.
Motherfucker didn't he shoot some shit for Aquaman too?
Yes. He's like, apparently he's a big part of Aquaman too.
It's a big part of Aquaman too. The fuck are y'all Agatha Coven of Chaos has added a bunch of people, right? Okay. We already found out earlier last week that Aubrey Plaza has joined, and they think she, because of course she's a major star, so she's also in it. But it's also Ali An and Maria Dizia have added to the cast. Now, Heartstopper alum Joe Lockey has joined the cast. Now, so this was what the breakdown of what the show is supposed to be. It's going to focus on the villainous Agatha Harkness, the beautiful, God, amazing Catherine Hahn, who almost managed to defeat the Scarlet Witch in the season finale of WandaVision before being bested and trapped in Rescue in her nosy neighbor Agnes persona. Now, further plot details remain a mystery, but it was also recently confirmed that Emma Caulfield Ford is set to reprise her role of Dottie. So Jack Schaefer, who was the EP of WandaVision, is going to be the writer and EP of Agatha Coven of Chaos. So the story is going to track, which is a good thing, first and foremost. Okay, we're going to know the story is going to track. But no premiere date has been set yet. Look, we've already been told that we're getting, 4 Marvel movies a year. Is it 4 movies or 3 shows, some shit like that?
Something like that.
Marvel Studios has sat there and said, "You bitches is gonna have us all year."
Yeah.
Which, if you're smart,
I
that's
really
how you
just
do.
go, okay, what's next? I just kind of try to focus on whatever the next one is.
And I'm perfectly fine with it.
I'm thinking Aubrey Plaza is gonna be one. You remember that flashback scene that we saw back at the original Coven in WandaVision? I bet Aubrey is one of those witches who survived.
That she didn't kill, but I thought she killed all the witches.
Somehow we're gonna have something from the Coven who somehow she actually didn't die, or she just wasn't there that night, or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can see that. But again, we've said numerous times, and we just were saying it, you don't get certain actors and actresses with these MCU franchises unless you use them for something big. But that's also not true. Sometimes you're getting people that are just quick one-offs. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't expect Aubrey to be a continuing. I mean, I don't know. She might be. She was great in Legion. Like she was the best part of that show.
The way they gender bent the character, and she made it work. Because like they even told her, they was like, no, audition as a dude. They told her audition as a dude. And I loved it. And what she gave us in Legion, next to her and Dan Stevens together were fucking phenomenal. Even though Legion, I basically considered Legion like the X-Files. Yeah. Here's what I mean. Remember in the X-Files, you had to watch the very beginning of the episode, and you had to watch the episode. You had to focus to understand everything that went on.
Oh, yeah.
Legion was the exact same fucking way. Legion is not a show you put on in the background.
Nope. I was that show confused. Like I'd sit there and watch it. I watched all of it leading up right before I went for Multiverse of Madness. Why? I don't fucking know. I just wanted to. So I did. And it was one of the most confusing but fun rides. Because you have to sit there and just focus on it.
Bro, it was times I might have looked down for a second and something happened. I gotta go, wait, what the fuck did I just wait, what? And I rewinded back and forth. The fuck? But it was Legion gave us 2 seasons. But and then I think everybody was like, yo, we're gonna get his daddy, or we're gonna get his daddy, or we're gonna get his daddy, or we're gonna get his daddy. And we didn't get his daddy.
Yeah, we did.
Did we get Xavier?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. You're right.
Season 4, I think Xavier showed up.
Yeah, Xavier did show up. You're right. Again.
It was a very interesting Xavier, but he did a good job. I liked it.
It was a very interesting. Yes, we did get his daddy. Okay, you're right. It was just what they did, because it was like the that was still the Fox X-Men universe, right? And again, we didn't know how all that was playing because at the time there was no merger, right?
Who cares about continuity over at Fox?
Shit, clearly nobody did, because between that, The Gifted was the only one where I was like, okay, we keep mentioning the X-Men every 6 seconds. Fine, cool. All right, cool. We know that Lorna, we kind of know who her daddy is without anybody saying yet. If you ain't noticed who her daddy is, so are we gonna see her daddy? That was the one where I was like, are we gonna see her daddy? Are we gonna see her daddy? Are we gonna see the daddy? Are we gonna see the daddy?
I do love how Gifted. I wish we would have got another season. But I love how it ended with Blink opening a portal, and what you see behind her looks like the world of Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
And then you get a new actor, a different actress playing Blink in Days of Future Past. But I was like, okay, I can pretend that these are connected.
Wait, didn't she play? Wait.
No, there was a different Blink in the movie. There was a different girl playing her. Jamie Chung played her in the show.
I thought she played her in the movie. I don't know
she
why.
She did not. No, there was a different actress in the movie. And I forget the actress in the movie's name. Because I don't think she had a single line.
She didn't at all. She didn't at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's been so long since I watched the end of Gifted too, by the way. It's been just watched Gifted in general. It's been so long. Was I talking to you about Cloak and Dagger?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I want, season 2 was okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted them to fuck.
I loved those crossover episodes with Runaways.
Which was fine.
Yeah.
Also, Runaways was what Runaways was supposed to. Here's the thing.
Exactly what it should have been.
Runaways was what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Because they're aliens.
Yeah.
They're fucking aliens, okay? And the parents are working for the aliens without realizing they're working for the aliens. Like, and they're evil. And the kids find out that the evil, and the kids one kid gets powers. And you're like, oh, another one's a genius, and his daddy beats him. You're like, fuck! that was when it got weird for me. I'm like, oh, the rich white boy gets beat by his daddy? Oh! Okay, anyway.
Okay.
All right, so we got those. All right, well, as I wrote this in this fucking on the notes, yeah, let's talk Madam Web, I guess. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. That had me cracking up just seeing that. What?
So Madam Web is a movie that's happening, according to Sony. Now, here I don't normally talk a lot about set photos, but this is one of the set photos have kind of shown how things might connect, if you will. So the Spider-Man News Twitter account, it may not appear to reveal much, but a closer glance, it gives you a group of how group of characters come together. As you see in the picture, it says it's the cover of the Daily Bugle, which is back. It says, girls feared abducted. And the accompanying photos aren't the clearest, but the trio appear to be cast members Isabella Merced, Sydney Sweeney, and Celeste O'Connor. Now, though their characters haven't been confirmed, a recent leak revealed they're playing Anya Corazon, Julia Carpenter, and Maddie Franklin, respectively. Now, it's believed that Ezekiel Sims, who has done the comic. Now, Sims is believed to acquire his abilities via some kind of occult ritual, which granted him the powers of a spider totem. He could be somehow attempting to steal or siphon the powers of the 3 characters pictured above, blah, 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 blah. Nobody knows what's going on.
No. It's just we're doing a Madam Web movie. You see, I had to put glasses on trying to look at that thing. I was like, okay, what's going on in these pictures? Yeah.
It's just
okay.
My problem is Dakota Johnson is playing Madam Web.
It is really weird.
And the Madam Web she's playing is not like this old ass woman with some gray hair who you might see in the MILF section of XNXX. That's not the Madam Web in which she's portraying.
No, she's just a young ass chick. I wouldn't call him maybe Miss Webb. I don't know if I'm gonna call her Madam Web.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you even got the Madam part just yet.
No, because I'm not much of a comic reader, but I got my Madam Web from the
Spider-Man the animated series on Fox back in the day. Say it with you.
Old lady just kind of sits in the chair, be like, "Okay, look, this is what you need to do, motherfucker.
Come with me, true believer." You want some of this webby pussy? And then like Spider-Man was. I wish y'all could see this face. He was like, "Ee." Come on, young man. Young man. Young man. Ma'am. 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 Ma'am.
But yeah, Madam Web's a movie, man. It's gonna happen.
It's a movie. It's like Morbius was a movie. Here's the thing, I think.
I didn't know the same screenwriter from Morbius is doing this either.
Really?
Yeah, I literally just saw that on the lead role. Cassandra S.J. Clarkson from The Defenders is directing from a screenplay by Morbius writers Matt Samza and Burke Sharpless. Dude, Madam Web is going to be the greatest superhero movie of all time.
I will fight you in the throat. Oh, she said the greatest? Why in the throat? That face.
Hold on. You going to fight me in the throat? Like, we got to go into someone's throat to fight? Like,
listen, sometimes you just got to punch a nigga in his epiglottis right there inside of the epiglottis. You got to be right there. I want to hit the back of your trachea with my fucking fist. Yo, I have to make sure when I say this.
Jay, bro. Look, it's
okay just say it.
It's okay to be you. It is 2022. Be you, my guy.
I am me. I'm me to realize what you said can be taken in 62 different ways, and they're all wrong. I'm gonna hit the back of your trachea. Hey! I was meaning like. You know what? I grew up in a town where
we had town where we had some Budweiser.
Why you sound like you was constipated? I want to fight you in the throat. Huh? Yeah. Oh, somebody. All I can hear is somebody chopping this up and putting in the wrong things. You calling me at noon? I don't like this phone call. If it's serious, I'm gonna tell. So you know how somebody call you and you're like, "What could be going on?"
Why are you calling? Why are you not texting me?
Yeah, I'm finna send a text. Yo, I'm recording. Yo, this is how professional we are. I'm recording right now.
Depending on your response is how I respond to you later.
Yep.
That sounds about right. I don't know. I mean, whatever. Give me a Madam Web movie. It's a movie I can't wait to go see just because I'm gonna go see it. That's about it.
So this is what I was saying earlier. I think that Sony is just being told, do what you're gonna do. All this shit don't matter after Secret Wars anyway. None of this shit matters after Secret Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we'll bring everybody in potentially for Secret Wars because that's the big thing. Everybody come. Look, if DC could do it with Crisis on Infinite Earths the way they did it, and I give them benefit of doubt, they managed to pull it off. You know, was it perfect? Was it? No, but anything this
fun though.
It was fun. Anything of that magnitude is not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody will be involved in this. The question is the Beyonder involved? And is the Beyonder involved? Or is Secret Wars the battle against Doom? But I hope not.
I don't think so.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That won't be no. I think it'll we may not get Doom until Secret Wars, but that'll be the beginning of Doom while ending one phase and beginning another phase.
Look, Victor Von Doom deserves to be the overall threat of a Marvel phase, if not two. Because
actually, I could see that even more. Him being, because I do firmly believe the next phase will be the Phoenix Saga, and then after and Doom is still prevalent throughout that.
You think
But
the
then-
whole phase is the Phoenix Saga?
I think it could be. I think it's a smart idea to do. You really drag out the Phoenix Saga
But
throughout
why do
an
we got to
entire
keep?
phase.
Here's the problem with the Phoenix Saga, bro. We haven't even gotten the introduction into the X-Men.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that we're gonna introduce, like, that's what phase. Oh shit! What number
7.
will that be? Is that 7?
No, 6.
6. Phase 6
6.
will be start out introducing X-Men if we don't get them in Secret Wars somehow.
I believe we will.
And then we start really running with them. And the final thing is them all coming together to defeat the Phoenix. That is what my thought is.
I guess.
Whoever they cast as Jean Grey is going to be the main portion of phase 7.
But why the Phoenix Saga? I get it. And I know some people are thinking to finally do it right.
This is the way you do it right. This is your opportunity for Kevin Feige to do it right. And I bet Kevin Feige has been watching Bryan Singer, and he saw whoever Kinberg do the other one. He goes,
Simon Kinberg,
that is wrong. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. And it's not going to be one movie. It is going to be sprinkled in throughout a saga.
But again, how does that? But don't that eliminate Doom? Because then that's the whole thing with that's just mutants dealing with. Because that means that whole thing, the Phoenix Saga, is literally just the X-Men thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, I'm a big proponent and have been saying it about the Marvel Universe being expansive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this phase has shown us, that the Marvel Universe is larger than what we normally think. I'm fine with that. I have zero issue with that. My question is, for an entire phase, do we not mention any of these other motherfuckers? We just worry about solo mutants.
I think the mutant agenda will have something going on in all the other films too. Like, I think the other films will have tie-ins to them, but there will also be films and shows that have moments that go to the Phoenix Saga, but also are about their own thing. A lot like, a Thor Love and Thunder was about just Thor. Eternals was not really doing the multiverse, but it's part of the multiversal saga.
Here's my problem. Can I do a small divergent real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I consistently would like to tell people Eternals had the hardest job of any MCU movie. People like, what do you mean? It introduced 12 characters at one time over 10,000 years. Yeah. Literally. It literally did that over 10,000 years. Granted, it did flip a lot of the story. And again, I say this as an Eternals fan. Yeah. It flipped a lot of the story of what it was. So it made it hard to be like, what the fuck is going on? But also, there's a bigger thing at work.
Yeah.
Celestials are part of this whole thing, which you started meeting a Celestial back in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with Ego the Living Planet. Actually, I'm sorry, you met the Celestials starting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Why? Yeah. Nowhere. Nowhere is the hollowed out head of a Celestial. Okay? Where did the Celestials come in? Who did the Celestials create? They created the first beings with abilities in the world. They created humans, deviants, and Eternals. And from the deviants and the humans spawned mutants eventually, blah, 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 like that.
Yeah.
So people didn't know where it fit. It was setting up it's a setup movie. Thor Love and Thunder, I felt like Taika Waititi and Chris Hemsworth was like, let's just do whatever the fuck we want to do.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was.
And I was telling my buddy Keith this. I was like, look, this was Hemsworth and Taika just being like, we're going to just do whatever we want. And then my buddy was like, no, that's all Taika. He was like, no, that's all Taika. I was like, I can kind of see that, but you got to remember, Hemsworth has not wanted Thor to be serious at all.
Yeah.
He's not wanted Thor to be. When he got to start having fun as Thor in the first Avengers, boom. When they said this movie was a whole rom-com, I was like, all right, y'all just gave me my expectations out the window. It's a rom-com.
Which I wish I would have done too. I
When you
probably would have
told me
liked
it's
it
a-
more if I had. Yeah.
When you told me it's right, you know what I'm saying? When you told me it's a rom-com, all right, so now I'm thinking she's all that, you know what I'm saying? All these different movies from back in the day, right? Never Been Kissed, et cetera, et cetera. Thinking all these different things. And so that's what we get. But the problem is, we needed a villain, and the villain was like, "Oh, you bitches gonna have fun? I'm finna act around this bitch." And like, no,
y'all have a good time. I'm gonna put on a show,
and that's what Christian Bale came here to do. Okay,
yeah.
but and also that goes back to these Academy Award winners of these one-offs. Christian Bale only did Gore the God Butcher. People like, well, how is it Christian Bale was only for one movie? You know, Christian Bale wasn't going to do the MCU. Christian Bale only did the MCU because Christian Bale's kids said, if you don't fucking do this movie, Daddy, like, as a father, that holds power.
Hey, it goes back to one of my all-time favorite movies, Super Mario. Bob Hoskins did it because his kids wanted him to.
Nigga, hush.
I'm glad you had that ready.
That was just sitting right here. He did say, the only reason he did it was because his kids want. So a lot of times there are certain movies that the actors themselves really don't want to do. Yes, it's a paycheck, but their kids want them to do it. Their kids.
That's a scary one for have your dad be though. Hey, yeah, my dad was the one that kidnapped all the other kids.
You know, my dad was Hook. My dad was Smee. My dad was Smee and Hook. My dad was Smee. All right, so that was all the Marvel news we've had. We've been talking about. Told you I ain't that shit to talk about today.
Hey, we did a good job dragging it out though.
So basically, let's move on to DC news. The Snyderverse probably is dead. Okay,
probably.
Pretty much dead.
I'm about to say, come on, man.
The Snyderverse is dead. Okay, we said it last week on the show when it was announced that James Gunn and Peter Safran were now the co-CEOs of officially what is known as DC Studios. Okay, but this weekend, James Gunn took time to Twitter to address the fans. A bunch of whiny bitches. Somebody said, "Bro, you gonna talk to these motherfuckers?" And he said, "Quote." Both hashtag release the Ayer cut, shut the fuck up, and save Legends of Tomorrow, okay, have trended worldwide over the past couple of days. The supporters of both movements making their feelings known. The latter hashtag obviously refers to the CW's Legends of Tomorrow, which was canceled early this year, while the former was shared by those hoping to see David Ayer's director cut of, get this, y'all, 2016 Suicide Squad. This is why that one is so annoying. It has been 6 years. Let it the fuck go.
It's actually been 8 years.
So she says, quote, our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU and telling bigger stories ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. He said, we can't wait to reveal more. He's basically telling y'all, they gonna give you Crisis on Infinite Earths. He finna give it to you. He finna give you the movie version of Crisis on Infinite Earths. There's no doubt about it. But he's also letting you know that
we coming up to the new 52.
We going to new 52 fully. And
we're gonna have my world, and that's it.
And that the Ayer cut, kiss my ass. Y'all might not get, if you get it, here's gonna be the problem. James Gunn's not stupid. James Gunn knows y'all will get it just to say we won. No, you didn't. Remember, when they released the Snyder Cut, HBO Max at the time was hoping to get new subscribers. They did not get that number, which is why they officially was like, fuck all of this.
Yeah.
Before the merger. So now he goes on to say, and that's Gunn says, look, our initial focus, like he says, is hammering out the stories. He said, we invite all of the DC fandoms from across the multiverse, and everyone else as well into this new universe. We can't wait to reveal more. Again, the Snyderverse is dead. Listen, y'all keep going, well, you got certain actors from the Snyderverse. You can have actors all day. Who the fuck is this calling me? Hold on. Hello? Oops. I hung up too fast. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit the hang up. I meant to hit the fucking. Okay, you accidentally hit the hang up button.
Yeah.
I meant to hit the fucking speakerphone button.
Oh.
Anyway,
We taking calls up in here.
taking calls live on boy. This is one of these wild shows, boy. I tell you for sure. But yeah, you're gonna get Ezra Miller's out of here for sure.
Oh yeah,
Ezra's gone. Even though The Flash may be a good movie,
we ain't doing it again.
that's it. And supposedly there can be a sequel in the works, but without this motherfucker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Aquaman, look, Jason Momoa is having fun. Depends on what Jason Momoa may want to do. Yeah. Jason Momoa also has a lot of shit going on. So he doesn't really have to.
And pretty much any option he wants.
Whatever he wants. Okay. Gal Gadot, she out here like, yo, I'll be Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. We got Henry Cavill back.
And he's going to be the Superman he wants to be.
Yeah.
Now,
so I think we are going to see a new version of what we have seen so far with only a couple replacements. Like I think you may replace. They're going to definitely replace Miller. We'll somehow get some kind of Batman in here. I don't know how or who it's going to be or what we're going to do, but we're going to get some kind of Batman in here at some point. And I think we'll keep Momoa, we'll keep Godot. Godot, however you say her name. I think we'll get a new Cyborg too, unfortunately.
I don't think we'll get any of the Justice League for a while.
No, me neither.
And when I say I don't think we'll get we're definitely getting a new Cyborg. Look, no one's gonna want to work. I hate to say this. Look, you can call out shit all day, every day. And there's nothing wrong with calling out shit and calling out toxic ass people and people that don't bullshit, right? Ain't shit wrong with that. The problem is when you start making noise, you got to be ready for the consequences of what happens when you make the noise.
Yes.
No matter who you are. Ray Fisher made that noise, and that noise became a thing to different companies and production companies and studios being like, we don't want this, because if you feel like something's not going the way you feel it needs to go, then you go out here and make this grandiose thing on social media. Now everybody coming up, nobody wants this headache. Yeah. Now, are there people like that in every facet of entertainment, athletes, business, et cetera? Hell yes. But I don't think he comes back at all. I think he's done. I don't think he's back at Warner Brothers for anything. I think if he does any project with Warner Brothers even in the future, it is going to be a dog fight for whoever wants to get him. But DC, I doubt it. Yeah. I doubt it. I think we will get. Do not surprise again. James Gunn shows you that I can take obscure characters and make you love them.
Yeah.
Those movies that we were supposed to get, the Zatanna, we don't be surprised if we don't get another Swamp Thing back.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be up his alley.
That's right up.
That's up his alley.
Yeah,
Swamp Thing coming back will be up his alley, and it won't be like that fucking horrible TV show.
I liked the show.
Why? It was all about Abby Arcane, not about Swamp Thing.
That's true. That is true. That is. They could have titled it differently, but for a show, I was like, "This is actually a really good show."
It was a good show.
I wish they would have cut out the post-credit scene.
The Floronic Man, since you knew.
Yeah. You canceled it before episode 1 aired, so why did you still air the tease for a season 2? That was my biggest issue with the show.
That made absolutely no sense at all. So I think James, and I say James Gunn is that person. I've said this for years when it comes to DC movies. Years. Stay away from the Trinity. Mm-hmm. You do not need the Trinity. Warner Brothers and DC movies have always been like, we got to do Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. We got to do Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. right?
Actually, they've always been. We got to be Superman and Batman. Superman and Batman.
More than anything.
Let's start doing Wonder Woman.
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. But now you don't have to, because again, you want to show DC. The thing about DC, again, DC has an expansive world just as big as Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Show DC's world. And James Gunn showed you how he's going to show the world. Let me tell you how. Who was the bad guy of the Suicide Squad beside Amanda Waller? And Peacemaker? He wasn't the bad guy. Who was the perceived bad guy of the Suicide Squad? Starro the Conqueror, a giant fucking starfish, an alien starfish. All right, so we'll just see what Gunn does going forward. All right, let's move on to this next big. So listen to this. Is how you know this movie doesn't know what it want to do. Black Adam, it held on this weekend. I think it made $18 million this weekend. Its scrapped post-credit scene would have reportedly featured the return of, wait for it, drum roll please, Dr. Fate. Yeah, listen to this, okay? Now, we see Henry Cavill come back as Superman, right? He's back, blah, blah, blah. Mid-credit scene, which makes no fucking sense because it's out of nowhere.
That is true.
We'll go back to that. So in the movie, spoiler alert, Dr. Fate sacrificed himself to save the Justice Society by confronting the demon Sabak, okay? Now, this is what they say. A brief post-credit scene would have filmed... A brief post-credit scene that was filmed would have teased the character's eventual return. So apparently the sequence took place, quote, during the day in a sandy location. The open shot pans up from the ground and revealed Dr. Fate's helmet sitting atop the sand. A hand then quickly comes into frame to pick up the helmet of Fate. And although the scene quickly cuts to black before the identity of the mystery individual could be revealed. Fine. Okay? Fine. However, there have been several people in the comics that have warned it. Eric and Linda Strauss, Jared Stevens, Hawkman's son, Hector Hall, which, again, if he has a fucking son, then why the fuck?
You good there, bro?
No, not at all. So what do you think? I mean, would you like to see...
I mean, I don't know why they didn't go ahead and just put both of them on there. Like, I mean, you could have, if that was important. I don't know. Because didn't they say they want to do more with Dr. Fate with Pierce Bronson recently? I thought we talked about that.
I believe so. But
so it makes sense that they would have shot it. Why it wasn't, you didn't just add it in? I don't know.
Because he was too busy focusing on that one mid-credit scene with Henry Cavill. He was too excited to say, I brought Henry Cavill back. Fine. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Cool. You brought him back. Congrats. Again, doesn't make sense at all. I will stand by that. Yes, in the comics, I understand the JSA has went up against Dr. Fate. Absolutely. But Amanda Waller, who has access to the Suicide Squad and the Justice League, as we've seen in fucking Peacemaker, called the Justice Society to deal with Black Adam, a nigga that is shooting lightning and murdering people. You called the Hulk dude a dude with a possessed helmet, a guy who can just get big because of his uncle and genes, and a girl with nanobites. But then after they do the job, and you tell Black Adam, you get to stay on conduct. You can't go no goddamn way, okay? You go somewhere, you my problem, blah, blah, blah. Who ain't nobody else playing to stop me. Oh, okay. Well, here's somebody. Bitch, why you would call him in the first 2 hours? This could have been done from the beginning, okay? When you said there was a problem, call Superman. Let this nigga say, hey, I got a paper due. Okay, who else gonna call? Aquaman. Right now, I'm out here fucking fish. Okay, what about Batman? I'm sad. My parents are dead. Who can you call the Flash? I'm on my compound trying to get my girl to give birth to the apocalypse. This motherfucker's crazy. Let me call the Justice Society. Show me going down the list. Sorry. It upsets me so much.
Well, sometimes you just gotta get the X-Jet and send in the Justice Society.
Again, why the fuck is this literally the Xavier's mansion in the back there that had to open up?
The pool or the basketball court.
Okay. So that's that. What else do we have? Stargirl's canceled. That sucks. At the start.
I haven't even watched this season. Have you been checking it out?
So the new CW boss is not sure that DC has a future on the network, if that answers your question.
I guess so.
Answer the fuck out of what you. So CW's new president Brad Schwartz has addressed the Arrowverse's future on the network, confirming that he's unsure whether the DC brand will still have a home there. So this is what he went on to say. It was an exceptionally successful company under the old business model. CBS and Warner Brothers made a lot of money on the shows. They got to make shows from Gossip Girl to Vampire Diaries, Riverdale, and The Flash that broke through in culture. There was a business model that worked, and now it's a different business model. We need to run a broadcast network that is profitable. So it's going to take a bit of reinvention and rethinking and creating a brand and content that brings in a lot of audiences, that works for the stations, that can be monetized properly. CW has a really strong brand, but some of these shows aren't very profitable. Now, we've already seen the cancellation of Bad Woman, Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash. Warner Brothers was moving some content over to HBO Max. Superman and Lois could be on the thing. Gotham Knights as well. They might be saved, but look, the CW is trying to make money. And I don't know if they feel like, look, once they start, things started changing. So things aren't as profitable as they used to be.
Once they lost Arrow, they lost a lot of steam.
Yes, they did.
And it sucks to say, because again, I loved the Arrowverse for so long, but now I'm at a point that I'm just like, I'm not as interested anymore. And I don't know if that's because, Stephen Amell's not in it anymore, but it just has all gone downhill since he left, if you ask me.
I agree. I definitely agree. I felt like him leaving really fucked up a lot. Mm-hmm. I think he was an essential figure. I do know that he wanted to be more. He wanted to be someone else. He wanted to be something else. But that's something else.
So nonchalantly, that was such good delivery, bro.
He just wanted to be something else.
I do love Heels though. I think Heels is a great show.
Yeah, fuck that show.
You didn't get on it.
You know exactly what? James Harrison has a full role. This nigga can't say 6 words legibly, but as a role. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got real angry. I wish y'all could see BC. He just look. I understand James Harrison looks like solid gold chiseled up. God bless him. But put that man a script in front of his hands. Duffy, wrestling. I'm Apocalypse or whatever my name is. Fuck. Sorry. So yeah.
That makes sense. It sucks that Stargirl's gonna leave, but like I said, I haven't watched this season. I want to, I just haven't.
Look, I hate to, I said this before, and I've said it a lot of times, where the term content, right, is a thing. But you realize there's so much content out, so it's hard to watch everything you want to watch. I don't just solely watch comic book movies and TV shows. Yeah. I watch other TV shows and movies. I'm trying to catch up on Love is Blind. You know what I'm saying? Even though, look, my romantic ass, I've been like, I want somebody to love me, my personality. I want me.
I want to watch that too. I haven't watched it yet, but everyone keeps talking about how good it is.
It's a good, because here's the thing. The question is Love blind? Now, the answer is truly no. But this is the first time they got
for TV, it's entertaining.
Well, but there's the first time this season, they have some people on there that have made the actual couples that you're like, oh, they don't look like the proverbial hot people.
Yeah.
Everybody they've had have been the potential. Oh, you could be hot. You can be considered hot no matter what. There's one dude who looks like his parents might be cousins, and
dog. I was like, damn, I just said that. Yep.
Looks like the parents can be cousins. And like there's some other people, and it's like, because the thing is, you make a relationship with these people over their voices, right? You just you don't see them, you just hear them. It's like people listening to the show right now, right?
Yeah.
They hear me, they're like, "Yo, I love Jay," and it's a lot of women be like, "Oh my god, whenever I meet him, I don't know how would I be around him." I'm like, "Yo, just be yourself around me, girl." And I'm like, "Yo, I just I get your love through your texts and your tweets and shit like that." And so then when you meet the person in person, now all of a sudden you like this person, like you meet this one person. So you're talking to a person, you're talking to multiple people, first of all, right?
Yeah.
You're talking to multiple people. And I know we got to get ready to wrap because we got to go to work, unfortunately, which sucks.
Yeah.
You're talking to multiple people. And then you try to propose to one person, sight unseen. And one person might be like, nah, I ain't fucking with you like that. And so you're like, oh. And then here come your second choice. And you're like, okay. And so then y'all
then they see the show and they're like, you proposed to somebody else before. No. This is dumb.
Oh, no, they find that out anyway. But so then you see the person you proposed to for the first time, but then they do this thing where everybody finally meets. And so you see the person you turned down and you like, shit, I should have been with this one. They fine. And you like, oh, love really isn't blind. Anyway, that's all the news we got today. Let's go to our email. I got a bunch of emails. I want to get through these. So I got 3 from Jolene. Let me see. Make sure I look at it right. Yeah, I got 3 from Jolene. When she knows she can just put this shit in one email, but it's all love. So this is what she says. Hey, JNBC, y'all talked about the possibility of a Squirrel Girl show and why it ended. Marvel did produce an incredibly scripted podcast called The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, and it stars Milena Vantrop. Highly recommended. It's like maybe 10 half-hour episodes. MCU-wise, do you think Squirrel Girl could ever work? The fun of her is she beats people like Thanos, who's dead. Galactus not there yet, and Doctor Doom not there yet. I can see it being a fun Disney Plus show, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. What do you think?
Yeah, after we got the cancellation of the first idea, I don't know if I'll see it happening. But never say never with the. We're about to get Wonder Man, like. You know,
I don't know if she'd get a whole show. I think she'd be a character involved in somebody's show.
Yeah, that or a special presentation that opens the doors for a lot now.
That them doing that one time with Werewolf by Night, and just how it worked. Everybody's like, you know what? And now we're getting Guardians and all this shit. Cool.
We could do a 1-hour movie of somebody. Yeah, that'll work. I think it's probably very cost effective and.
Oh, look at you using the words cost effective. Oh my goodness.
Business savvy and shit.
I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Her second email is a follow-up. Said nothing big, but hell yeah, let the Snyder fans drink cheers while cheering on the Gunniverse. It's baffling and fun continuity. Damn right. And then some additional
the Gunniverse.
The Gunniverse.
That's a good name.
The Gunniverse. When you want to drink beer, grab your dick and jack off a tree. The Gunniverse.
Motherfucker's jacking off a tree. What the fuck? Who hurt you?
I'm Groot. I'm Groot. I am Groot. Groot, is that sap in my hands? I'm Groot. That was a disturbing play out. Additional follow-up Gotham wise. Hey, JBC, and I know I say this in jest. How dare you? Gotham was perfect. Barbara Keene became a murderer, then a mob boss, then got a magic glowing hand she used to lead the League of Assassins before resurrecting Ra's al Ghul and then murdering Ra's al Ghul. Perfect show. No notes. That all said, if one is not into bonkers Gotham City nonsense, I can imagine the show not being for you. But seriously, yeah, I remember when it was supposed to be just a GCPD show. But after rewatching all 5 seasons, the cop stuff is honestly the most boring parts of the show, especially if it's a pre-Batman world. Then when they decide that it's an alternative universe, and that also has all these villains that started earlier, Then it became more fun for me at least. My biggest regret is like the finale makes me want to watch their follow-up Batman show that is never made. Love y'all, keep it up, and I'm sorry for sending you 3 emails in a row. No worries. What did you think about that? Like, I mean, it's just the truth.
It is. Look, I had a love-hate relationship with Gotham. I watched the entire series to the point that, and I was reviewing it to the point that Warner Brothers was sending me the DVDs of the show. It's the only thing I ever got from anybody was Warner Brothers sending me Gotham. That's the only thing.
You like this? You want more of this? Here, take this. We got all these DVDs. Send me your address.
They sent me Gotham and WWE sent me 2K. Like that's the only things that people were like, "Will you review these?" Because Gotham, I have this love-hate relationship where I would be like, "This is dumb." And then I'd watch one episode that was genius and it would pull me back in. I'm like, okay, this is a good show again. Let's go. And then it was trash for 3 or 4 episodes. You know, and the thing about the finale that made me so mad was one of the best parts was the girl they cast as Selena Kyle. She was so fucking good. And then they recasted her for the fucking finale. I was so fucking mad. Their Bane was awful.
Was abysmal. It wasn't even awful. It was abysmal. It was the most brutal shit ever. It's like, why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? All right. So we got one more email. It's from Fred Taft. Fred Castillo says, subject is Guardians of the Galaxy Future. Hey, JNBC, there's been a lot of big news with Warner Brothers hiring James Gunn to run DC. If they don't run him out first, what does this mean for the future of the Guardians of the Galaxy? I know disbanding the group is a possibility, but, quote, you don't like walk away from $1 billion business, especially with one the fans love. I know Secret Wars is coming, but there could also be a Kree storyline somewhere as well. But there can be a Kree storyline somewhere as well, since they are aware of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They were in and out of the MCU, but I don't think they're gone for good. Thanks for reading this, and I'll be listening. P.S. I'm with BC. I enjoyed Black Widow 2, was disappointed with the whole Disney ScarJo incident. It made $60 million opening weekend, but also did $60 million with the premiere on Disney Plus the same weekend, which allowed for repeat viewings for free. Have a great week. Go ahead.
We already won. Good call on Black Widow. Black Widow was a fun movie. But we already know that this is it for the Guardians of the Galaxy. At least this incarnation of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's already said, and he said that's what it is.
Yeah.
He said this is it for this Guardians of the Galaxy.
And whatever we get next is going to be a different team and probably have a different feel because, yeah, we're going to have a new director. We're going to have a new Shepherd bring in a new version of the Guardians of the Galaxy, just like we are now getting the next version of Captain America. We're about to get the next version of Iron Man and Ironheart. We are going to get a new version of the Guardians. And I'm here for it. Whatever they want to do, I'm going to, and I continue to say, in Feige, I trust. So whatever they plan to do with Guardians, I think they're going to do a fine job with it.
I would be surprised if Taika Waititi get it.
But I think that would be really good.
Also, you can say you don't walk away from $1 billion business. He is the co-CEO of Disney Studios. You walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
I am a movie director. Now I am the co-CEO of a movie studio.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't just walk away. You know how I whistle away? Think I'll go for a walk outside now. Summertime's calling my name. I'm singing the Partridge Family. The fuck do you mean?
Yeah, I completely agree. James Gunn made the right decision. He's given us everything he can from Guardians. All right. I am perfectly fine, and I am thankful for James Gunn for his tenure with the MCU.
This motherfucker want to go skip away. Yeah, look, I get it. It hurts. I'd like to see more what he does with his team, but also, if he could make it where Star-Lord gets shot in the face in this movie, perfectly fine. What? Why why the whole head twist over lean line?
You see that Family Guy is Stewie just The fuck? Shot in the face.
Yeah,
We just got Aubrey Plaza in the MCU. At some point, we have to see Star-Lord and her have a scene together.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I can do without Chris Pratt. I can do without Chris Pratt sometimes. Look, you're the reason half the universe died.
That is true.
Never forget, they had Thanos beat.
And you got all pissy because of your girlfriend.
What'd you do, Gamora? What'd you do? You do it. It was like, you heard Tony. Hey, you bitch ass nigga, we almost got this thing off. Stop. What'd you do, you nut chin? Hey, pussy, you almost sit your emotional ass there.
However, you know what makes me really mad in that scene? Nebula is just standing there.
Hey, but look, that nigga killed Gamora, okay? I mean, what he
maybe
can do.
she in a little bit of shock, okay.
A little?
I'm like, Nebula, you rowdy, do some. Don't let him attack Thanos. We almost got it off. Nebula,
he would rip her apart for fun. You know what? I'm gonna sit this one out. But listen, that's all we got this week for this episode in Mad Titan Podcast, man.
Hey, hold on. Before we go, I want to. Did you watch Titans?
I have not watched it yet.
Okay.
Have you?
Yes.
Go ahead and talk.
I really like it. It's good. It's still good. I don't know how I feel about the supernatural aspect of it because I know like it makes sense, but I don't really like seeing Robin fight supernatural things. Like I'm like, can't we just have Robin fight regular people?
You mean Nightwing?
Nightwing, yes.
You remember the whole show that the purpose was the story of Robin to Nightwing? Because that was all of season 1 and 2.
The show should have been called Nightwing.
The show should have been called Nightwing. It was all about this motherfucker becoming Nightwing.
And I did feel the lack of Red Hood in the first 2 episodes.
Oh.
Because what's his name? Colin Walters or something, whatever is it, who played Jason Todd. He was such a good addition to the show. He was a dick that you wanted to see get whooped. Yes.
When he got beat in the face by when the Joker beat him, he was like, you know what?
Yeah. And Rose has just disappeared. I just realized, like, she never came back after Deathstroke.
Yeah,
I totally forgot. They never mention her. They don't say where she went. She's just gone.
She was like, you know what? I ain't got to be here no more. I was like, okay, I guess that's how we just.
I'm gonna take my brightly colored suit and go somewhere else.
Hey, man. I'm sorry. That was a yawn.
All right. Well, I'm excited for you to eventually get to check it out and see.
I'm gonna watch it while I'm editing this. Well, no,
it is very dark. I'll give it that. I was wondering if they were going to start lightening it up, but no, it is bloody as all hell.
Okay, I was gonna say dark as in how it looks, or dark as in the tone of the show.
The tone. It is bloody as all hell. Still, I was worried they were going to start, babying it up a little bit, but they're not.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I was sitting there just talking shit. All right, listen. That's about it for this week. We got to both get ready to get up out of here. I'm trying to sit here and pull shit up at the same time. Got my new. Okay. Tell people how they can find you, everything you got going on.
You can find me on all social medias at TheGrindCalls, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. That's how you sound.
I know, right? That's me. That's what I sound like.
Y'all already know who I am. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm all across the board, Mr. J. Washington.
Are you still banned on TikTok?
I mean, I'm there, but it's like I don't post as much because every time I post,
you just moved over to Reels.
Man, look, Reels and Shorts and all that shit. So you'll see me posting like old various stand-up clips and different reaction videos, and all those things will be on all those platforms. Please follow me. If you are in the San Diego area, I want to tell y'all now, get your tickets. January 11th, on Wednesday, January 11th, I'm headlining the Mic Drop Comedy Club in San Diego. I want you all. It's a Wednesday night, hump day. Come get these laughs out with your boy. Tickets are available now at the Mic Drop's website. So go ahead and get your tickets. Come see me in San Diego live, January 11th. I know we're talking 2 months in advance, but I want you to plan out now. So for everybody who want to make the trip to San Diego, whatever the case may be, catch your boy there live. I am headlining the club there, so you want to be in the building with that, all right? Everybody's member of the Patreon, the Super Villa Squad, thank y'all. Did I pull up the names? Please tell me I pulled up the names. I need coffee so bad in my life. I gotta buy coffee. Bro, I gotta buy a coffee maker or something. I gotta have something in my house. Alberto Rios, Missouri, Bobby McMillan, Brock Severson, Chauncey Wilson, Cheryl Corman, Chris Lee, Dan Bibke, David Adams, Fanboy Catilla, Female Pockets, Fred Castillo, Greg Morris, G. Hillary, Nalum, Jim Payne, Joe Lee, Justin Square, Kevin Williams, Sue Snood, Kirsty Oliveria, Luke Shergan, Mark Burner, Marcus Burton, and Patrick Harden.
You didn't get it that time.
I didn't get it that time. He shook his head with so much disappointment. You didn't get that this time. To everyone who is a member of the one-on-one with the Supervillain Squad, I'm sending out the things this week. To try to schedule them and get them out the way so we can do that. I have them all uploaded to my YouTube. I got to put them all on the Patreon. Shouts out to Cheryl, who's kept some conversations going in the Discord. I got to send BC the thing for the Discord.
Yeah,
I got to do so much. I'm trying to be somebody in life.
You are somebody, Jay.
I'm trying to be somebody who pays his rent because I'm broke.
Oh, okay.
That's a real thing. Dog, I gotta figure out how to come up with $800 pay rent like this.
I'm so excited. I found out my niece is gonna be in New York for Christmas, so I'm like, oh, that means I don't have to go crazy on Christmas presents because I'm not gonna be there when you open them anyway.
Jesus. All right, we'll holler at y'all next week, y'all. Take care. We out. Bye.